Okay, so here's a review of the Beko CFD6151W. I say Beko, you could say Beko, I tend to say Beko, don't know why, but it's just the way things go. Apparently it's Beko according to the adverts, but adverts are renowned for being wrong. So anyway, retails for around £59 thereabouts. As you can see, the time is shown on the clock in the middle of the white area. 17:23. I'm going to brew some coffee, which is going to take a long time, so I'm going to have to stop, do it again. You can hear my birds, sorry about that, can't do anything about that. Yeah, now I've used this several times now, different brands of coffee. First things first, don't get sucked in by thinking that this has an inbuilt filter. Not sure about the rest of you, but in the past, whenever I've bought a coffee machine, it's had an inbuilt filter that's a reusable filter, so there was no need for the paper filter cartridges things. This needs papers. They are size 4 or times 4, whichever way you look at it, according to the paperwork. It's not very clear, but they're size 4. We've managed to buy some from Sainsbury's, which isn't the most fantastic filters. They haven't got the best reviews, but it uses filters, so don't get sucked in on that one. Be aware you need to buy filters. Now what I found is the water compartment at the rear, it has a hole at the top for filling up. Lovely, nice and easy to fill up, but there's no way of closing that off. There's no flip that you could pop up to cover it so nothing can get in there. That's just open 24/7, 365 days a year. There's nothing you can do about it. And even if you consider putting something like tape or a bit of cardboard just to cover it, you've got a problem there, because directly in front of it there is a vent for steam to come out, so you can't really do that either unless you have a very small piece of cardboard, which would probably end up just falling in the hole, so you're a little bit stuck there. I find that absolutely annoying. No idea why they've chosen to go down that route. Yes, one way it might make it easier for filling up, but it also makes it susceptible for dirt and debris and bits and pieces to fall in there. So that is stupid. Loss of points for that. My most favourite feature, and it sounds so stupid, but my most favourite feature about this machine is the fact that it's got a clock on it. Something that we don't even need. We've got 2 clocks in my kitchen as it stands, and one is considerably bigger than what's on here, but it's a clock, and it's a good quality, tidy looking clock. They could have messed it up by going with different coloured LEDs like red, green or blue. They didn't. They went with white, and the white is really good. It's clean, it's crisp, and I like it. That's my most favourite feature, which says it all really. Take from that what you will. It is a really good coffee machine, don't get me wrong. It's a simple coffee machine, even though you've got the added features of a timer and something called the Aroma, which I'll get into a little bit more. It's not really a feature I use greatly, but the clock function is my favourite part. This is supposedly, according to some website, got a drip tray. That is not true. there is no drip tray. There's no need for a drip tray. There should be no drips technically. What, according to the instructions, is referring to is there's sort of a lip just below the white plastic part on the actual pot, and that presumably steam, the steam rises, and rather than it just seeping out the sides, it just drips back into the coffee rather than making a mess everywhere. That's about as close to a drip tray as there is. For obvious reasons, there's no drip tray. The dark piece underneath the pot is a heating plate, so you wouldn't want a drip tray. You wouldn't need a drip tray, and there would obviously be a heating element underneath that hot plate, so if there was a drip tray then you would potentially burn yourself, so obviously there's no drip tray. We've found that the fill lines on the actual water container could be a little bit more clearer. I believe it's on one side, so you could have it on both sides and in the middle at the back, so when you've got it under the sink. I did film filling it up. Whether or not I'm going to actually add it into this video, because I think it's going to be a long one, whether or not I add that in, I'm not sure, but you could do with it elsewhere. My other issue, which is a big issue for me, I make a big pot of coffee, it sits there for quite a while. I'm not going to drink coffee after coffee after coffee immediately. There's 12 cups in here. I'm not going to drink 12 cups immediately. So it says it's got a keep warm function that lasts for half an hour. So once it's actually done its pot of coffee, it will sit trying to keep that coffee hot for half an hour. Half an hour is not a long time. Half an hour is certainly not a long time for drinking 12 cups of coffee. So I don't think it should just be half an hour. I have found, whether or not it's just luck or something, or the coffee's just not got cold quickly, but if you push the on button again after say half an hour or so, it will try and warm up the coffee again, or at least it seems to. Don't hold me to that. Now I'm going to stop the video now. I'm going to flip it on and do a video which I'm going to have to completely speed up because it takes about 11 to 12 minutes, so a minute a cup, to heat up, and that's just on normal mode, so bear with me. Now, as you can probably tell, it's almost finished. It's virtually finished, bar some slight dribbles and drops. So that's taken ages. You may notice, but you probably won't because this camera's not of the best quality. Sadly, I do need to upgrade, but that's another video. The problem, one of the problems, when you're making a pot of coffee, steam tends to come out from under, well, just above the top of the pot, and the steam seems to always rise up across the front, which is understandable, which makes the clock have condensation on and the front have condensation on. So unless those buttons and the circuit board stuff behind it are IP rated for steam, then they may not last that long, especially if you're using this several times a day. If you're using it in a very busy household or office or something, it may not last a massive amount of time. I can also visually see that at the top, where you would lift the flap up to put the coffee in, there's steam droplets all around there. There's steam coming out of the vent near where you pour the water in, as I had mentioned before. So steam seems to come out from wherever it can, basically. I know that tends to be how steam works, but you know, just trying to point out some things for people. Other than those small sort of issues, if you can even class them as issues really, there's nothing wrong with this machine whatsoever. Ah, no, I tell a lie. Do excuse me. The power cable. The power cable is just too short. Only a tiny bit for where we want to have the machine in the kitchen, because we want to have it in the corner, like on an angle, but the cable's just not long enough to reach the power socket, so we have to use sort of a tiny extension just to get the power cable to plug in so we can have it where we want it. Just one of those things. In this day and age, they always give you either too much power cable, like excessively, which is rare, but most of the time it's just too short, which is annoying. Seems to be the case with most stuff. It's just that little bit too short. But hopefully watching this video has helped you decide whether you wish to buy this coffee machine for £59 as it stands as of March 2017, middle of March. You can't really grumble at that price. It's kind of a throwaway item at that price. I know you can get cheaper, but they don't have the features and the clock. Haha. Now, I just mentioned the aroma. Now, according to the instructions, the aroma button, if you push that and set that, I think you only just push it once and then make a pot of coffee, and what it does is it'll cycle through stages, so it's sort of like put a bit of water through the coffee, leave it a little bit, put a bit more through, leave it a little bit, and keep doing stuff like that, so you get the maximum amount of smell around your home or wherever you've got the machine, so you can smell the coffee and enjoy the smell, and it's supposed to give a better flavour of coffee. I've used it. I personally don't think it makes a huge amount of difference, but I'm no coffee connoisseur. All I know is it makes the coffee making process longer, or at least it appears to take it longer. Now I'm not sure if you can hear that click. that is where presumably it's the hot plate clicking on and off. It's not a massively loud click, but you know it's happening. Just means it's keeping the pot hot, which I think it said it was 95 degrees Celsius. Could be wrong, that could have been something else. I know I've seen it somewhere. But yeah, hopefully this video is going to help you guys. It's gone on very long. I've got a lot of editing to do to make it shorter. But yeah, at least I've got some coffee to drink whilst I do it. So thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe, always helpful for new subscribers, and a thumbs up. I know there's thumbs downs people out there, haha, but who cares about them. Just hopefully this is helpful to you guys, and join me next time for another video, which I have no idea what it's going to be just yet. So thanks for watching, bye for now.